since 1978. And why? Because there were horrific communal riots and Hindus were forced to leave. They were compelled to leave. The temple was shut down. It reopened now in December 2024, and for the first time after a gap of close to 50 years, there was massive, watch those images, significant Holi celebrations. And what a moment for locals in the area who celebrated Holi. It's a big statement of intent that has also been made. Remember what Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath told us at the India Today conclave. He said, we will take what is ours. The government is very clear, and the significance of Sambhal, a very holy Hindu shrine, a tirth of the Kalki Avatar temple of Lord Vishnu. We get you more in this report.
Vibrant Holi celebrations in Sambhal. Festival of colours at the Kartikeya Mahadev temple after a 46-year break. Members from various social and Hindu organizations actively participated in the celebrations. The participants lauded the efforts of the police and local authorities in ensuring a secure environment. In a bid to ensure peace during the overlapping festivities of Holi and the Friday prayers in the month of Ramzan, the UP government took many measures. 10 mosques, including the Shahi Jama Masjid, were covered with tarpaulin to prevent any disturbances.
Sambhal administration has tightened the security on the ground. Currently, I am here behind the Shahi Jama Masjid, which became the epicenter of violence in the month of November last year. And as you can see in the visuals, you can see Uttar Pradesh police personals, RRF as well as PAC police persons are deployed on the ground to maintain peace.
The police also conducted a flag march in Sambhal, where clashes occurred in November last year over a court-ordered survey of the Jama Masjid.
As you can see behind me in the visuals, currently a flag march is taking place, and ASP as well as circle officers are taking this flag march, and you can see in the visual the Vajravahan is also patrolling on the streets of Sambhal, and this is like a warning for the elements, those who will try to break law and order in the city.
Meanwhile, the ASI team carried out measurements and assessments ahead of the planned whitewashing and renovation work of Shahi Jama Masjid.
ये ASI की टीम आई है आज मेरठ से, और वो यहाँ पर ये नाप तोल कर रही है, देख रही है कहाँ पर क्या कैसे पुताई होनी है, कैसे करानी है, सारा एस्टिमेट बना रही है, नपाई तुलाई करा रही है, और हम पूरा सहयोग कर रहे हैं जैसे कि आप लोग देख रहे हैं, और कहीं कोई परेशानी नहीं है, पुताई बहुत जल्दी शुरू हो जाएगी.
The successful and peaceful celebration of Holi at the Kartikeya Mahadev temple after nearly half a century highlights the local community's commitment to harmony. With Anmol Bali in Sambhal, Bureau Report, India Today.
And I quickly want to take you to Sambhal, where my colleague Anmol Bali now joins us with more. Anmol, we saw these images and we saw the singing of Aaj Baraj Mein Holi Hai. It just sounded marvelous. What's the situation right now? Is it calm? Is it peaceful? Why the deployment of so many police personnel?
Gaurav, currently I am here at the Shankar Chowk, and I'll show you two visuals of Sambhal. On one of my side, I'll show you hustling, bustling market, because only one day is left for the mega Holi celebration. But on the other hand, the administration has also tightened the security measures in the city. And I'll also show you the other visuals where they have deployed heavy number of police forces on the ground. This is Shankar Chowk, one of the main area of Sambhal, and today it was also seen that today police held a flag march on the streets of Sambhal on the main route, where we will see tomorrow the Holi procession will pass. They have deployed RRF as well as PAC, Uttar Pradesh police on the ground to maintain peace, law and order, and they have also requested peace and harmony. They are talking with the peace committees. Even they have covered the walls of the mosque, not only Shahi Jama Masjid, but 9 other mosques which will come on the way of the main Holi procession. All those walls are now covered. So you can see in the visuals, two visuals, one of hustling bustling market and other of the security forces being deployed to control the situation if something arises. I'll also show you they're keeping eye via CCTV cameras, they're keeping eye via drones, they're also monitoring the social media. They have detained several people, those who were trying to break law and order in the city. And while talking to India Today, ACP explained that soon they will initiate action against those elements, those who will break law and order or will try to hamper.
But Anmol, I want to understand from you, and you know, what are your police sources telling you? Is it the first time that masjid, and you're telling us that there are about 10-12 mosques in the area where tarpaulin is being put on the wall outside? Is this being done for the first time, or is it almost a standard operating procedure year after year?
Gaurav, today it was seen that a team of ASI came to Shahi Jama Masjid, and while talking to a Zafar of Shahi Jama Masjid, Zafar Ali, who is the president of Jama Masjid committee, explained us that this is not the first time that they have covered the walls of masjid with plastic sheets. Last year also they did like this, and they have been doing this for last many years to protect walls of the masjid. But yeah, when we talked with various of the locals, like some people were preparing for Holika Dahan just few steps away from the Shahi Jama Masjid. When we asked them, is this the first time that you are burning or you are going to burn the Holika in this tight security, amid tight security, they said yes, this is very first time they are witnessing security like this. So locals have a different opinion to the tight situation of security in the city.
Okay, stay with me. We will continue this conversation, because why is it, and this is a question that all must ponder, everyone must ponder, why is it that you need to conduct a flag march? Holi is the festival of colors. Why is it that you'd need to put the police in place to ensure that the situation does not take a turn for the worse? You need to ensure that mosque walls are being covered with tarpaulin. Why? We'll discuss that in greater detail. But it's not just in Sambhal, and it's not just in parts of Uttar Pradesh or Bengal or Bihar where a lot of security arrangements are being made. I also want to take you to the national capital in Delhi, where ahead of Holi celebrations, the Delhi police carried out a flag march in the national capital in the walled city area. Security has been stepped up in 100 plus locations that have been identified as sensitive, and no, not for the first time. Senior police officers have conducted meetings with the local peace committees to ensure that communal harmony is maintained, that no misinformation. Do keep in mind that there are hostile elements within and beyond our borders who want to see communal disharmony in our country, and they will spread rumors in this interconnected world where on social media platforms, a lot of misinformation and disinformation and deliberate disinformation is spread. They may do something that could lead to disharmony, and that is why not only are the police in place, they're also installing CCTV cameras, drones will be flying for surveillance, and there are officers in plain clothes, police personnel in plain clothes amidst the crowds to ensure, in case there are unruly elements, that are dealt with before the situation goes out of hand.
त्योहार अच्छे से बीत जाए, इसके लिए दिल्ली पुलिस ने कई इलाकों में सुरक्षा बढ़ा दी है। खास तौर से जहां पर मिक्स पॉपुलेशन है, वहां पर पुलिस ने ज्यादा सुरक्षा बढ़ा दी है। पुलिस, आप देखिए, इस वक्त हम हौज काजी इलाके में मौजूद है, जहां पर तमाम अधिकारी यहां पर आप देखिए मौजूद है, पैदल मार्च कर रहे हैं। आगे तमाम बाइक पर आपको पुलिस के जवान नजर आएंगे। इसके अलावा अमन कमेटी के साथ भी लगातार पुलिस ने बैठक की है। किसी तरीके का विवाद न हो, इसके लिए अमन कमेटी के साथ बैठक की गई, और ये सुरक्षा इसलिए की जा रही है ताकि कोई शरारती तत्व बीच में आकर माहौल खराब करने की कोशिश न करे। पुलिस का कहना है कि पूरी दिल्ली में इसी तरीके से होली के दिन सुरक्षा बढ़ाई गई है।
सुरक्षा के हमने काफ़ी इंतजाम यहाँ पे किए हुए हैं, और आपकी बात सत्य है, दोनों ही सेंसिटिव हैं, और दोनों के साथ ही हमने मीटिंग भी की हुई है, और पूरे सौहार्दपूर्ण तरीके से रमजान और होली दोनों को बहुत अच्छे से सेलिब्रेट किया जाएगा। और मुझे पूर्ण उम्मीद है कि हमारे अरेंजमेंट के हिसाब से भी, पेट्रोलिंग, पिकेटिंग, पोजिशनिंग उन्हीं के हिसाब से भी, जो हमने एनालिसिस किया है सेंसिटिविटी के हिसाब से, हम खुद और सीनियर ऑफिसर्स भी पूरे एरिया में प्रेजेंट रहेंगे। हम इसको बहुत ही सौहार्दपूर्ण तरीके से इसको संपन्न करेंगे।
I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Piyush Mishra for more on this. Piyush, a flag march in the walled city area, 100 areas being identified as sensitive. Is there any specific input on the basis of which the police are doing this?
Well, Gaurav, police wants to ensure that this pious festival of Holi is celebrated and a successful celebration takes place. No incident takes place, and that is why we are seeing as to how a large number of deployments have been done by Delhi police. And they also held a series of meetings. They have met with various peace committees to ensure that no untoward incident takes place, no communal color is given to this festival, and not only flag march but also different other activities are also being carried out by Delhi police in the areas where we have mixed population, also especially in the areas where the riots took place, like Silampuri and other parts of Northeast Delhi. At the same time, in Old Delhi, in Hosrani area and other parts of Delhi where there is mixed population, the deployment has been increased, and tomorrow we will see a large number of police personnel on their toes. In fact, senior police officials will be there in various big sensitive areas in national capital.
You know, because of that riots that were orchestrated in the national capital in the name of Citizenship Amendment Act, we do know, Piyush, a spark neglected burns the house. In Uttar Pradesh, I'm told around Sambhal, more than 1,000 people have been taken into preventive detention to ensure troublemakers are not on the streets. Is something like this also happening in Delhi?
Well, as of now, the police has not detained anyone, but yes, instructions have been issued that no untoward incident should take place, and all the troublemakers have also been given warning. At the same time, police is holding series of meetings to ensure that this festival is celebrated peacefully and people, rejoice on this day, and that is why we are seeing a large number of deployments are taking place. As of now, no detentions have been done; only warnings have been issued to nuisance elements.
To potential troublemakers and registered bad characters in areas. Keep tracking that story, Piyush. I will come back to you for more. I now want to shift focus to West Bengal, where an unholy war of sorts, as is being reported, has erupted. The Bengal government is reported to have imposed a ban on celebrating Holi at UNESCO heritage site at Shanti Niketan Hut. Now the BJP has hit out at the Trinamool Congress government, saying it's an appeasement politics example. The Mamata Banerjee government hit back. The Mamata Banerjee government has said the ban was to preserve the forest and the greenery at Shanti Niketan. A move that led the opposition in Bengal very clearly to see red. The BJP accused the Mamata Banerjee government of minority appeasement. They're saying they're only doing this to placate Muslim vote bank, claiming they will not stop Holi celebrations or permit Mamata Banerjee to turn Bengal, as the BJP puts it, into the land of Islam. The TMC has reversed the ban since, claiming there was no ban on Holi celebrations, but the government was only urging people to celebrate a green Holi at a UNESCO site.
फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट से ऐसा कोई नोटिस किए नहीं है। हम लोग बस यही चाहते हैं कि हर जगह का जो जितना पेड़ वगैरह है जो सब वो सब ठीक ठाक रहे, इसलिए हम लोग रिक्वेस्ट किए हैं। ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग पाबंदी लगा दें।
लेकिन बैनर में तो क्लियरली कहा गया है कि न गाड़ी की पार्किंग होगी और न ही जो कोई रंग नहीं खेला जाएगा वहाँ पर, क्लियरली मेंशन है।
हम लोग रिक्वेस्ट किए हैं, फिर और एक बार बोल रही हूँ कि हम लोग रिक्वेस्ट किए हैं कि इधर का जो परिवेश है उसको ठीक ठाक रखने के लिए रिक्वेस्ट किया गया है। हम लोग कोई पाबंदी नहीं रखते हैं। जिसको खेलने का मन है, जहाँ खेलने का मन है वो खेल सकता है।
पहले उत्सव होता था जंगल के अंदर भी, सोनागिरी के जंगल के अंदर भी। ये दोनों बातों की डिसीजन है। सभी जगह ये देखा जाता है कि जंगल के ऊपर ही अत्याचार हो रहा है, गाछ काट रहा है, गाछ मर जाता है, इसीलिए बंद किया गया। इसके लेकिन एक ढूंढता है कहाँ से तो कम्युनल सेंटिमेंट उठाया है।
उनका कहना है रमजान का महीना इसलिए ऐसा किया
हुआ। उधर में कोई लोग नहीं जाता है, जंगल के अंदर में कोई लोग रमजान का महीना में नहीं जाता है, तो उसका बात नहीं उठता है। फिर जो ये उठा था एक ही चीज है जो पहले बोला है, जो एमएलए को मुस्लिम एमएलए को छोड़ भेज दिया जाएगा, उसी बात है। ये खाली पोलराइजेशन के लिए, वोट पोलराइजेशन के, उसका कोई उन्नति के लिए कोई बात नहीं होता है। जितने खेलने के लिए आज उसके एक ही कार्ड है,
सरकार अपीजमेंट पॉलिटिक्स कर रही है और ऐसा नहीं कि पहली बार कर रही है, बहुत पहले से ही इस अपीजमेंट पॉलिटिक्स ममता बनर्जी कर रही है, क्योंकि ममता बनर्जी को पता है कि जो मुस्लिम फेनेटिक वोट बैंक है उनका, जमात के साथ जिनका सरोकार है, मैं हिंदुओं को, पश्चिम बंगाल के हिंदुओं को मैं आह्वान करूंगा कि आप होली मनाइए, पुरजोर से मनाइए, जितने भी पुलिस की बाधा होगी हम सब एक साथ मिलकर लड़ेंगे। तो ये बंगाल की भूमि है, श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की भूमि है। इस भूमि को ममता बनर्जी जैसे लोग जितना भी कोशिश कर ले, इसको इस्लाम की भूमि नहीं बना सकते।
इसलिए आमडांगा उत्तर 24 परगना का आईसी खुला बता दिया, जे रॉन्ग फॉन्ग नहीं देना चाहिए, होली फोली नहीं मनाना चाहिए, कुछ करेगा तो अरेस्ट हो जाएगा। एडिशनल एसपी बीरभूम उन्होंने बताया 10 बजे के अंदर शांति निकेतन का बसंत उत्सव इस बार खत्म कर दीजिए। इस बार फ्राइडे है, स्पेशल डे है, इसलिए इस बार आप लोग 10 बजे के बाद कुछ नहीं करना चाहिए। ये पहले बार बंगाल में हो रहा है।
देखिए, कोई भी हिंदू त्योहार हो, चाहे वो होली हो, दिवाली हो, सरस्वती पूजा हो, बंगाल सरकार जो है वो हमेशा इसका विरोध करती है, क्योंकि बंगाल सरकार हिंदुओं का विरोध करती है। बंगाल सरकार हिंदुओं के हर उस पूजा का, पाठ का, हर उस उत्सव का विरोध करती है। आपने कुंभ में देखा, आज इतना बड़ा महाकुंभ जहाँ देश विदेश से लोग आए, क्योंकि वो उनकी आस्था थी। वहाँ ममता बनर्जी कहती है कि मृत्यु कुंड था, तो उसी से उनकी जो इच्छाएं हैं, उनकी जो भावनाएं हैं, वो आप बेहतर समझ पाएंगे। तो लोग समझ गए हैं कि यहाँ की मुख्यमंत्री भले ही नाम बनर्जी रखती है, मगर काम सारे बेगम के करती है।
I want to bring in India Today's Suryagni Roy for more on this story, and Suryagni joins us live from Kolkata. Suryagni, what's the ground reality at Shantiniketan? Yes, it is a UNESCO heritage site, but what happened last year and the year after, before that and the year before that? Was Holi never celebrated? Was there actually a ban on celebrating Holi with colors at Shantiniketan? What's the ground reality?
Well, Gaurav, to understand what exactly Shantiniketan is, it is the university town where Rabindranath Tagore had started his world famous, Vishwabharati University.
Yes.
That area in the district, in the town of Bolpur is, called Shantiniketan. Now, this particular area where there's an ecological forest, there's an ecological, a forest around Shantiniketan, where this entire controversy has taken place. What the minister, we spoke to her today morning, Birba Hasda, she's the forest minister, she has, categorically denied the allegations of the BJP. What she's claiming is that the message was simple. It was that it was not a ban, but it was a request, because many tourists come over there at that particular, the areas around that particular Shonajuri, which is next to an ecological forest. And that somewhere hampers the trees over there. So it was a request to the people over there who would come, who would play, because hundreds of people, they flock to Shantiniketan. It's some 4 hours away from the city of Kolkata, especially for something like like a Holi or a Diwali, where people get time to spend with their families. So it was a request by the local administration to the tourists that not to play over there, but there was no ban as such. This is the minister herself. However, as
people are being requested not to play Holi because it would hamper trees. That's the logic that's been given by the government in Bengal. That's point one. And point two, I want to understand. Shubhendu Adhikari says that people are being told finish Holi in Birbhum by 10 o'clock because Holi and Ramzan, Juma Namaz happens same day. So Hindus have to, in Bengal or in Birbhum, have to finish Holi by 10. Is there merit in what Shubhendu Adhikari says?
Well, see, this is an allegation by Shubhendu Adhikari. However, the police, on record, they have, posted and they have clarified on social media that there is no bar on, or any time restriction on playing Holi. So that claim by the BJP leader and especially the BJP, it has been completely refuted by the Birbhum police. Just a while back, the Birbhum police, they have put out a full-on post on Facebook Facebook and on Twitter, stating that there is no time bar. People can play Holi as much as they want, and misinformation should not be spread. This controversy completely broke out since yesterday, Gaurav, and we have seen both the sides of this particular story, where on one end we have the BJP who are claiming that Mamata Banerjee tried to, play to the minority community, tried to appease. However, it backtracked after getting pressure from the BJP and the media coverage. And on the other side, there is the Trinamool Congress government and the police who are very, very categorically telling that, there was no such ban or such time restrictions on playing Holi in in Bengal. Back to you.
Keep tracking that story. I will come back to you for more, and we'll be tracking developments on the story very, very closely. Holi, it's the festival of colors. It heralds the beginning of spring, the festival of colors that's being celebrated almost across the country. People coming together to celebrate with colors, with music, with traditional festivities, from temples to streets to shops to, watch these images from across the length and breadth of our country. Joyous gathering marked with the onset of the festival. Once again, what does this symbolize? Coming together. Watch these spectacular images from Mathura and Vrindavan, where devotees began their traditional Holi celebration. Let me also take you to the Aligarh Muslim University. Students celebrated the Festival of Colors. Of course, after a strict warning from the BJP MP, the Aligarh Muslim University administration did grant permission to play Holi for X number of hours today.
ये एक नई पहल है और ये होना भी चाहिए था, क्योंकि हमारा इंडिया एक सेक्युलर स्टेट है और स्पेशली होली के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में अगर हम देखें तो होली एक ऐसा त्यौहार है जो मतलब ब्रदरहुड एंड फ्रेटर्निटी को बढ़ाता है। तो ये कोई द्वेष वाला त्यौहार है नहीं, ये सबको आपस में मिलने का मौका देता है। तो हमें बड़ी फरवेट फीलिंग के साथ इसको एंजॉय करना चाहिए।
After a massive strike that had taken place in Balochistan, reports just coming in from Pakistan that multiple terrorists of the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan have launched a multi-pronged offensive against the Frontier Corps fort in Jandola in Pakistan. We are told that a suicide bomber blew himself up at the gate of the military garrison. This is the Frontier Corps fort in Jandola. It's in the Tank district, and we are now being told that in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, heavy firing is being reported. The Taliban, the TTP or Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, have attacked the FC. It's a paramilitary outfit, the Frontier Constabulary of the Pakistan Army. The suicide bomber, and this is almost standard operating procedure of Pakistani terrorists. When there's a suicide attack, it's first a suicide bomber who hits the gate, the main garrison gate, and then multiple terrorists try to enter the garrison, and then they spread out and spread terror. Pakistani terrorists have tried this in the past. Well, now it's terror hitting them at home. This Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is a very dangerous province in Pakistan. And how do we know this? We'll get you a first-person account on the other side of a short break. A first-person account of a survivor who was trapped and taken to Buner in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And she thought she's going to die there. She called Pakistan Maut Ka Kuan, or the well of death. But an Indian diplomat and Indian diplomacy literally pulled her out from the jaws of death. And that's now been made into a picture called The Diplomat. And John Abraham, as the diplomat, joins me on the other side of a quick break. Stay with us.